Welcome back. My name is Joseph Anderson, and this is RM University's 90-day Jumpstart program. Today is day 4, and today we're going to talk about your life vision. I want you to imagine that you were thinking of building a really, really nice house. What would be the first thing that you would do? Would you go in and just start putting up walls, start putting on a roof without thinking or planning at all? Absolutely not. I mean, before people create really nice houses, they go through and they have an architect design the house. And then after they've designed the initial plans, they go back over those plans and look at them again. And then a lot of times these days, they'll have a computer model sketched out and done up so that they can actually see what the house is going to look like before the house is even started. Now, what if you could do that in your own life? What if today you could start and design the exact way that you would like your life to be? I mean, let me ask you, here in 70 or 80, however many years, when you're on your deathbed and you look back at your life, what is it that you're going to want to have accomplished? What are some of the places that you'll want to have traveled? What do you want to accomplish in your career? What kind of a family life do you want to have? These are just very basic questions, but they all fall into the category of what is your life vision? What do you want your life to look like? And I bring it back a little bit more closer to than 70 or 80 years out. But think about in a year, where do you want your life to be? One thing that I've started doing in my own life is I actually went ahead and I draw out a paragraph that is exactly how I want my life to be like in a year, in my wildest dreams. So what is the advantage of that? Then I'm able to take a look at that. I'm able to look at it every single day. I actually record it on my phone and I listen to it right when I wake up in the morning, and then I listen to it right when I go to bed. And sometimes I'll even just read it. But I'm able to look every single day and ask myself the question, okay, where am I on this path to my vision? And as I'm doing that, I'm able to look and kind of like an architect goes in and looks and changes the plans. I mean, the great thing about your life is, it's not like once you start building it, you have to entirely demolish the entire thing if you want to shift. Our life is so much different. You can consistently shift. And I love the example. A lot of times in these videos, you'll hear airplanes flying over because I film these videos outside and can't really control the airspace. But about 95% of the time that an airplane is flying, for example, from here to Hawaii, it's off course. Now, what happens? Do the pilots, do they freak out and look at each other and say, oh my gosh, we're going to die? No, it's the exact opposite. All they do is they don't freak out. And they just simply gradually shift back onto course. What would your life be like if you did that? If your life wasn't this just, you commonly hear that poem of, I took the road less traveled. What if it wasn't that at all? What if it was just a slight gradual shift and your entire life was just a series of those gradual shifts? Now, this vision can help you with that, because the cool thing about this is it's almost like a living thing. It can consistently be changed, tweaked, manipulated, however you want. And as you're creating this life vision, I also want to challenge you, think like a little kid does on the night before Christmas, or better yet, a month before Christmas. They're not afraid to ask for anything they want. There's a great quote by Elder Holland that says something to the extent of, God wants to help us. He wants to bless us in our wildest dreams. But He can't if we don't believe. And He can't if we don't pray and ask Him for His help. So think in your wildest dreams where you would like to be a year from today. That's what this series is all about. It's thinking entirely outside of the box and pushing you and challenging you so that you're able to be so much farther in the next year than you would ever possibly begun to imagine. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode of RM University. Go ahead this week and create your life vision. or better yet, today, create your life vision. And thanks so much again for joining us. My name is Joseph Anderson, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 5. Have an awesome day.